So yeah, I want to take it back to where, I used to work for this company, and, you know, by the grace of God, man, luckily I'm still here today to tell my story. So only a few people know about this story. So 14 years ago, I used to drive for this company named Garda World. Now, what this company is an armor truck company. So, of course, you know where I'm going with this. So, I used to be an armor truck driver. And people told me, like, Fred, you know, this is a dangerous job. Whoop de whoop, whoop de whoop. I was about 20, I think at 24, like 24 years old. Moving money around, y'all. Like, I'm talking about riding with the most money I ever been around in my life. And I was closing on 2 years. Bro, I had bought me a car. I moved in my new apartment. Man, I was on top of the world. Life was good. Until that one day, man. That one day. It didn't go too well. I was making this time. I wasn't even driving. They had me, going out picking up the money. So on the day that my first day as a carrier, I'm getting out the truck. 4 unmasked men pulled up on me with a gun, and when I say, I had to react so fast. And I seen them in my peripheral vision. Like, I just seen them just in the corner of my eye running up on me. And I had to make a decision. Was, of course, give them the money, right? Like, why would I fight over somebody's money and my life is on the line? But it wasn't that simple, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a position of me getting off the truck. Because we was carrying these big ass bricks of coins. Like real bricks of quarters and stuff. So that's some stuff we was taking in to the bank. So as I was getting off the truck, soon as cause we have a dolly too. So I started stacking the bricks on there, and I had the bag of money, big old bag of money. And I seen the guys, they ran up on me. So what I did was I tossed the fucking money away from me. And when I say this is me right here, y'all. This is them. And they closing in. So I had to think quick. I said, oh shit. So I threw the bag of money away from me in the truck so I can buy myself time. Like, okay, do they want this money? Or they want to just they want to get in the truck and just, it could be a lot worse. So I was thinking like, damn, okay, they're going to still shoot me. So by me throwing that bag of money far away from the truck, I hopped in the truck, and they didn't shoot at me. They took that money, and I was like, bro, it happened so fast. My phone died, all this stuff, and it was crazy. My driver didn't see any of this shit until I hopped back in the truck because it happened so fast. So, I had, we called the cops, and they showed up. Of course, anytime you're dealing with any armor truck issue or that's federal, bottom line. So FBI, whoop de whoop, and my nerves is up here. And I'm like, bro, like, I could have lost my life. They could have just shot me. And, and it was that same day. They ask you, talk to you, feds, police officers, they talk to you, see, are you okay? But yeah, they still got to do investigations. So the very next day, I went to work the next day, but I didn't actually go out on a route. So tell me why the feds came up to talk to me, and it was like, You know, we just want you to come to the station, whoop-de-whoop. You know, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to view. Maybe they caught the guys or something. So, nah, they was like, when I got there, they was like, man, we want to just, you know, this is a standard procedure, blah, 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 blah. We want you to, you know, do a polygraph test. I said, a poly? So y'all accusing me? I said, man, hey, you're well obligated to, you know, you don't have to take it. So I'm like, bro, I don't have nothing to hide, so I participated in it. But the only crazy thing about it is, because if I didn't participate, my job gonna put me on inactive leave. You know, they couldn't fire me because, you know, I was doing my job, right? So I participated, right? And you would thought that polygraph test would have came back, you know, good, right? That polygraph test came back negative. I mean, it came back bad. So now the feds was playing this good cop, bad cop shit. And, you know, they asked me, like, yeah, you want a cigarette, you want water, you got something on your mind, blah, blah, blah. So now they already assumed, okay, well, I had something to do with it. And I'm like, bruh, I said, I already know what they're going with it. I'm nervous. And I'm thinking, like, damn, I'm about to go to jail. I don't know, do I should, you know. They had me in there for about an hour, y'all. So it was like, man, hey, we ain't saying you guilty, but, you know, it seems like you got something in your mind. Just talk to me, make this shit a lot more easy, because we find out it's gonna be straight handcuffs. I say, bruh, I'm innocent. I was crying. And this was like when me and my wife, you know, first got together. It was around that time. It's crazy. It happened so fast. So they let me go, right? Because I am not confessing to something that I didn't do. And come to find out, man, they stole the guys that stole the money. They stole over $164,000 because it was a big ass bag of cash, hundreds. And I was taking it into the actual bank. So what we was picking up money from store to store, and we put it in a bag and we take it on to the actual banks and stuff. Bro, I thought I was done, you know, and you know, and I also found out later on that day that, you know, a lot of detectives are not admissible in the court, so, you know, people can be lying and pass the motherfuckers. But it was the total opposite. I failed that mug, and I'm telling the truth, you know what I'm saying? Because I told the Fed guy, I was like, bro, if I would have acted alone. You think 160 some thousand is not a lot of money, bro. And this is me at 24 talking like that, like, bro, that's not enough. Like, I was just straight away, I said, I wanted, this not enough money for me. Where I'm gonna go? So if I'm splitting this up between other people, that's $20,000 damn sure ain't enough. So there was only one, you know, on the one condition before I left that FBI building. I had to give up my phone. I had to give up my cell phone, y'all. They had my phone for about a whole week. So I'm like, bro, how the fuck I supposed to talk to my people? Now, you already know, y'all, the shit was on the news. It was big. You know, any robbery, amateur robbery is going to be on the news. I was all on the news. I didn't say nothing, but they had my, you know, video of me just getting robbed and shit. And, bro, I was like, and, you know, of course, word got back to the J. And I'm thinking, I'm about to go to work. They said, man, we can't do it. Bro, I said, oh, you fucking, and then it's unpaid leave. So I'm not making any fucking money just sitting out. And all this for me just doing my damn job, and I got, caught up in some bullshit that it had shit to do with me. And I was like, bro, it got to the point where it was going on 2 weeks. Luckily, I had a savings account because I'm good at saving. I had a savings account, so I was able to, again, like I said, I had just moved in the apartment and just got my whip, so I didn't have to worry about the rent into the following month. But I already had the money saved up, my money, right? So, going on 3 weeks, I called. They still said, man, you on investigation. So I came to realization, say, you know what? It's time for me to find another job. They couldn't fire me, because if they would have fired me then, without me just actually being guilty, they could have got sued. And I believe they probably could have got sued for making me suffer. But, I already did my research. Like, if I signed any disclosure on the thing, it was, I don't know. But I didn't even push the issue to get a lawyer. So I fucked around and just started doing security. Now, I remind you, y'all, so I'm still on investigation. So I've been paranoid. And when I mean I've been paranoid, I've been thinking like, okay, the cops gonna come here, I heard helicopters. I really had PTSD or something, man, because having guns pointed at you, it changed your whole perspective of life. Like, no fucking lie. Like, man, it was the worst part of my life. Like, I'm about to lose my car, my apartment, all for me just doing my damn job. So I looked up and got a security job. Because technically the armor truck service is part of security too. I was licensed to carry and all that. So I was able to find another security job within a week and a half after the background, fingerprint. I was in the door. Let me tell you, I was so funny. As soon as I started that other job, the feds called me and they was like, man, how you doing? Hey, can you come in to point out the guys? We caught the suspects, whoop-de-whoop, and we want you to identify them. And honestly, I really didn't know how these guys really looked, because all I seen was the barrel of the gun. I didn't see their face, and they had to be dumb to not wear a mask in front of a fucking bank. But anyway, I had to take off from the new job, and I just started, y'all. I had to take off. So I took off. Tell me why. I was on my way to the Fed building. Soon as I was on my way, the feds called me. And it was like, man, Thompson, hey, I was gonna let you know, man, they posted bail. So, we're gonna have to reschedule I say, bro, are you shitting me? So I took off for no reason. So to remind you, y'all, this job still, I'm putting everything behind me. This job is still somehow hindering my next move. So the next 2-3 days, feds call me again. It's like, hey man, we want you to see if we got some pictures and all this stuff. So now all of a sudden they know I'm innocent, right? And I was able to come get my phone too. But I told them, man, I said, bro, I don't want no more part of this shit. I just started a new job, and y'all put me in a bad position. So I don't want no parts of this. I don't want to testify. I don't want none of that. I ain't got to that point to where like, bro, I moved on from this shit. I know I ain't had shit to do with it. I kind of wish I did, because y'all put me in a financial pickle. So, the other guy like, man, yeah, we understand. Woo, 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 woo. I said, y'all to offer me a job up here. So all of a sudden I'm innocent, right? But I'm at a bullshit at security job to where now I ain't really making the same money I was making. So yeah, man, I was pissed. And after that, I only received a packet from the FBI saying like if I need any type of counseling or whoop, you know, I still had flashbacks of, you know, but I got over it and shit, here I am, man. Like, I don't know. I know somebody out there probably do that type of work. Honestly, fooling with people money, it ain't even worth it. And you know, at that time I was only making like $16 an hour for carrying millions of dollars on a truck. Like, is that shit really worth your life? You have to ask yourself that. But every job, you know, in some ways is dangerous, but fooling with money, you're a target. And it was plenty of times I have to be like King Clark. I can't go home just like I work for an armor truck company, because now people might try to break into my house or hold me for ransom. You know, I had to pretty much disguise myself, you know, as a regular human being just getting off. So I had to leave my vest, take my weapon inside, but leave everything in the trunk of the car, because, you know, it's, and then some of my friends, you know how crazy they were. You know, hey man, hey, let me knock you in the head. See, if I would have did any type of text messages relating to that or phone conversations, that they could have got me for that. Cause they been like, well, who this friend is, and for no reason, just for joking. Like, nah, it wasn't gonna happen, Captain. You oughta seen how many people that I was fucking with up there. They didn't even answer the phone calls because they thought I was already guilty. Until they found out that I was, innocent. I'm like, man, y'all some dirty scumbags. But I understand how to get. I understand. Oh man, no. I told myself I would never, ever mess with anybody money again. Reference to work. I said that's it. That's dead and done. I can't do it. But I don't know 100% what happened with the case. But honestly, bro, I'm glad I'm here. And I was able to put that past, you know, put that in the past, and I moved on, and I better myself, you know, each year. So I'm 38. So yeah, so I'm here, man. So yeah, I don't know. You know, that's one of my wildest stories. I got plenty of wildest stories, but that was far the worst. But thanks for listening to the convo, y'all. I'm finna take my ass to sleep. So I will see y'all later.